How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper, and my goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading while the price is going up or down. Coinbase slams Evase's response from SEC court order. So after the SEC pretty much said they're going to spend 120 days to look into Coinbase's mandamus petition for clarity, they're filing an order on Saturday. They filed this order with the court to say, hey, this is unusual for the government to defy a direct question from the federal court, and that is exactly what's happening here. So we'll have to see if something comes of this and we actually get some answers sooner than later, and if the court can force the SEC to actually say what they think a security is and how they're coming to these terms. So Cardano has done an upgrade. This is a pretty cool upgrade. It enables Java and JavaScript platforms, so you'll integrate with the other languages and allow people that know Java and JavaScript like I do to be able to build on a smart contract and build on the projects. There's a starter project here and some other documentation. You can go to their official Twitter if you want to get the information from there, which is what I would suggest doing. I wouldn't click these links to get it, but that's one suggestion I would have if you're interested. So our crypto total market cap for everything but Bitcoin and Ethereum is taking a little bit of a fall. We did get a little bit of a rise up today. Our RSI is pointing down, stochastic's trying to run up. Our VWAP is pretty flat. Money flow is trying to head up. Momentum's trying to head up. But we kind of have a curl going on, so watch out for that. Our Bitcoin dominance is starting to get a little bit of a red dot. We have a double red dot here on our momentum. Stochastic is starting to get bearish cross. RSI is heading down. Money flow is starting to head down. VWAP is testing that neutral zone. So we are looking a little more bearish leaning than bullish, and we could start to cool off here. So just watch out. Watch for tomorrow if we get a red candle to confirm that trend. Over on our futures, we did pump up to this other gap right here. So we have pretty much filled this area. We do have this higher area yet, so we could start to curl away if we don't start to pump from here. RSI has gone pretty flat, so stochastic's trying to run up. Our VWAP is trying to run up. Money flow is pretty flat. Momentum looks like it could start to curl away. Over on the 1 hour, stochastic's pretty flat. Money flow, our momentum, does have a double red dot. Our money flow is in the bullish territory. VWAP is testing bearish, so we could flip into the bearish territory and lose some momentum here. We'll have to kind of watch this. Over on Bitcoin, we did have a wedge earlier from Twitter, so if you follow us on Twitter, you will have caught that. Stochastic is starting to round off. RSI is starting to round off. VWAP starting to round off. Our money flow is overall getting higher lows, so we are trying to come up. Our momentum looks like it is starting to round off, so just keep an eye on that. Over on our 4 hour, stochastic is falling pretty harshly. We are starting to come out of this ascending wedge, so we are breaking this pattern. RSI is heading down, momentum's coming down. Money flow did get a little bit of a higher high, but it is starting to come back down, so we could test this neutral zone. VWAP is starting to reject away from the neutral zone, so overall we're more bearish leaning than bullish on the 4 hour. Over on the 2 hour, we have a manipulation X that could confirm here, so we could have some more downside coming. We did break this full pattern as it wasn't that big of a pattern. Our stochastic is getting a bearish cross. RSI is starting to fall, momentum's falling, money flow is starting to curl down. Our VWAP is breaking pretty harshly into the bearish territory, so we're pretty bearish looking currently. Over on the 1 hour, we have a long lower shadow candle, so our sellers tried to push us pretty much to the support area, but they were unable to maintain that area. We'll have to see if we can see further downside or if we get a little bit of a push up. Our stochastic is pretty beat down. RSI is starting to fall. Money flow was testing bearish, so we are getting a little bit of a bounce off that neutral and heading up. That is good for us. VWAP's kind of curling up as well. But our momentum's coming down, so our momentum, if it doesn't start to curl, could bring us even lower, especially since the stochastic's pretty beat down. Over on the daily for a graph, we almost have a tweezer tops here. RSI is starting to curl, stochastic could start to curl. VWAP is pretty flat. Money flow is overall coming out. Our momentum wants to round up, but we are trying to curl out, so just be wary if this gets more aggressive. Over on the 4-hour, stochastics are breaking pretty aggressively, RSI is falling pretty hard, momentum's coming down pretty hard. Our money flow wasn't able to maintain a bullish momentum, so we are a little bearish. VWAP is also breaking down bearish and heading down pretty sharply, so we're more bearish than the bullish. Over on the 2-hour, our RSI is trying to point up, stochastic is trying to make a little bit of a bounce off that neutral area, but that's pretty much max oversold for our RSI. Our money flow is riding this area around a 7, so we are maintaining our levels, but we're kind of just stretching out. Our VWAP is getting lower lows and our momentum is coming down into the bearish territory. Over on the 1-hour, RSI is trying to point up, stochastic's trying to get a bullish cross, and our money flow is trying to get a bullish cross and head into the bullish territory, so we'll have to see if it can get further momentum. Our VWAP is trying to head up, but it could start to curl away here under the neutral, so just be wary of that. And our momentum is trying to get a little bit of a curl too, so that is good for our other crosses upwards. Over on Anchor, be wary, this could be a double top. I believe that's right here. Go here. Okay, you have to do like a goofy double click to get off of the point. So then that could bring us down to where we were around this 1.9 area, almost 2 cent even. We did have some small gaps up here, so you can see that we do now have a pattern that is pointing that we could fill those gaps. That is on the 1-hour though. So just be wary of that. We'll go on to the daily and then we'll get back to those other patterns. The daily, we have a indecision candles, stochastics trying to push up, RSI is pretty flat, VWAP's flat, money flow is getting higher lows but trying to curl up, not very strongly. Our momentum was trying to come up, but we are starting to curl away, so we could form a red dot soon. Over on the 4-hour, stochastics falling pretty hard, RSI is falling, momentum has a red dot, and it could start to fall pretty sharply. Our money flow is getting slightly lower highs and starting to lose its volume, and our VWAP is starting to break into the bearish territory, so we are a bit more bearish than the bullish. We are rejecting a bullish green dot that should have helped push us up, so now we are pushing away from that. Over on the 2-hour, you can see we have that double top, so that could break us down. Bearish divergence on momentum, bearish divergence on stochastic. Stochastic is falling pretty hard. RSI is falling. Our money flow wants to break through this neutral zone again, so we'll have to see if it breaks through and it heads into the bearish territory. Our VWAP is heading down and could start to curl, but overall it's losing strength. So the medium term and our money flow are starting to come out. The 1-hour bullish momentum on our money flow is trying to maintain. We did bounce off that neutral zone, so that is good for us. We'll have to see if this can keep going, if we get a little bit of a curl up. Otherwise, if we start to get some red candles here, then we could see this curl over and see more further downside and see the double top play out. Our stochastic is starting to fall, RSI is starting to fall. Our VWAP is trying to curl up, but is trying to start to curl out here, so just be wary if it curls out or flattens out. XRP, probably the only gainer of the day really right now, is getting a little bit of a pump right now. RSI is trying to curl up, stochastic is falling, momentum's trying to curl up, RSI is trying to get a little bit of a pump, stochastic's trying to pump, our VWAP's trying to head through that neutral, so we are trying to get a little bit of a bottom push up here. Over on the 4-hour, we do have a bearish divergence on stochastic, and stochastic's starting to break, momentum's starting to fall with a red dot, and our RSI is overall falling but trying to head back up. Our money flow does have bullish momentum, but is overall starting to lose some strength. Our VWAP is in the bearish territory and heading down pretty sharply. Over on the 1-hour, our stochastic is heading down pretty sharply, but it does look like it wants to curl up and get a bullish cross. We'll have to see if that can carry any weight and give this RSI some strength. The RSI is trying to curl up with it, so we'll have to see what happens. Our money flow is overall trying to slightly come up, but it's not looking too strong. We are in a zone where we do keep meeting resistance and coming back down from, so if we don't break up through this, then we could see some further downside. Our VWAP is trying to curl up, so our medium term is trying to reclaim some bullish momentum, so we'll have to see if it actually does go into the bullish territory or not, but currently it's very strong into the bearish territory. Finally, on Algo, on the daily, we have a tweezer top that is starting to, well, more of a bearish engulfing candle, tweezer top, same difference. Starting to break us down, so we could see some further downside. RSI is starting to curl, VWAP's curling, stochastic's trying to push up. Our money flow is trying to go up slightly, and our momentum's starting to curl out, so we are looking more bearish leaning. Over on the 4 hour, we did break through this support level, so that is not good for us, so we could see some further downside. We do have a bit of a rising channel. These rising channels are a bearish pattern. Stochastic is starting to fall, RSI is falling, momentum's falling, our money flow is starting to curl out, VWAP's starting to reject out. So overall, we're very bearish looking on the 4 hour, like we're sharply rejecting out on the 4 hour. We have a double red X on the 2 hour, money flow is overall losing strength, our stochastic has a bearish divergence, RSI is losing strength. Our VWAP is trying to head up and our momentum looks like it does want to get a bit of a curl. So we'll have to see if we can push through, but overall we're in an up channel, so that's a descending pattern, so we could see some further downside. Over on the 1 hour, RSI is trying to curl up, stochastic's trying to bounce off this oversold area, and our money flow is trying to push up as well. Our VWAP is trying to push up, but could start to curl away from this neutral and go further back down in the bearish territory. Our momentum is trying to get a little bit of a curl up, so we'll have to see if it gets a green dot and pushes us higher or not. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a wonderful night.